All right, what is up, guys? CNA4 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be talking about Alien Romulus. Okay, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's good to have you. And if you're, a veteran, if you've been here a while, nice to see you again. Welcome back. But I don't know, man. This movie really surprised me. I'll be letting you guys know my personal opinions on the movie. Did I like it? Did I not like it so much? Did it exceed my expectations? You gotta stick around to find out. And while you're here, drop a like on this video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. I would appreciate it. But yeah, let's hop straight into the review. All right, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. All right, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. All right, I'm gonna hop straight into it. All right, because this movie was good. Okay, this movie was really, really good. And keep in mind, I'm not the biggest Alien fan. I'm not, the biggest Xenomorph supporter. Like whatever. Um, but this movie was really, really good, man. I had a great time with it. It wasn't a movie that I was necessarily excited for. It wasn't a movie I was like anticipating all this time, but I'm really, really glad that I got to watch it because, man, this movie it's gonna stick with me for a while. I really want to watch it again. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. It's just filled with just suspense, great characters, brilliant performances. Like this is a movie that the more that it goes on, it's getting better and better and better and better. Like that's good. Like I can't think of a single dull moment in this movie. Um, and I'm really glad that this is a movie that kind of stands on its own feet. You don't have to watch all the other movies for this movie to make sense. Okay, if you want to watch the first one, then sure, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a movie you have to watch it because they kind of address the plot and everything that happened in the first movie in this movie. So do with that information as you will. So I like that. That was kind of my like one real complaint with Deadpool and Wolverine was if you didn't watch a lot of other like Marvel projects back then, or you didn't watch this, you didn't watch that, you don't know these characters, then a lot of the jokes and references are going to go right over your head. You won't really have that problem with this movie. Because I'll be honest, I did see like a lot of the promotional stuff and the trailer for the movie, and I was like, I'll watch this. I want to see it. Most of it was because of Kaylee Spaney. I think she's great. I'm a big fan of her work. I think she's gorgeous, really, really talented, up and coming star. So that was my main selling point for the movie. And then you got Isabella Merchant in the movie as Kay. She was great in this movie, man. So Kaylee Spaney as Rain, Isabella Merchant as Kay, and I forgot the other guy's name. His character's name was Andy, though. He was great in the movie as well. Those were like my three main favorite characters. Um, and like I said, man, this is just a really well thought out movie and just filled with just great cast, great acting, performances throughout. And I like that this movie mixes CGI and practical effects really, really well. I did really appreciate that. A lot of movies are very CGI heavy and it's a bit distracting because when you're running on a budget, you can't always have top tier CGI. But this movie doesn't necessarily have that problem. And like I said, the cast were really, really good. Like the first like 20 minutes, it doesn't feel like you're watching a horror movie. It doesn't feel like you're watching an alien movie. It's just like, oh, I'm just watching a lot of friends in space, a fun little sci-fi adventure. That's what it felt like. I had to remember. I was like, hey, this is supposed to be a scary movie, but I like that because you're building these characters, showing character development, introducing us to like these brand new cast members. So I thought that was really good. But honestly, I feel like this movie it's unique, okay? Because I feel like it's the most predictable and unpredictable movie I've seen in a long time. Like there's one instance where you're like, okay, obviously I know this character is going to survive. This character is going to have a good amount of screen time in this movie. But then the very next scene, you're like, man, like anybody can die, bro. Like anyone can get just killed off at any moment in time. So like, I don't know how I feel about that. I like it. Like, it kind of like took me for a loop, like nobody's truly safe. Um, but the movie is performing very, very well at the box office right now. The reviews are really, really good. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see another Alien movie within the next 2 or 3 years. Uh, Who knows, man? The possibilities are endless. Um, but yeah, like I said, man, this movie was really, really good. I enjoyed it, and they put it out at a very convenient time. You know, the weather's nice out, and Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of like sizzling it out right now. Like, you know, it had its peak, it's had its run, but now it's kind of like dying down. So this was like a really convenient time for them to put out this movie. And obviously it's working, bro. Everyone's enjoying it, making money, you know, that those are two very good things. So, I don't know, man. If you enjoy Aliens, you know, go watch this movie. You will not be disappointed, I promise. And some of you might think I'm crazy, but I don't know. I felt like this movie it is R-rated. So personally, for me, I would have liked to see it go a bit further. You know, you got the R rating, go with it. You know, I would have liked to see a bit more gore and blood and stuff like that. And you know, some people might disagree with that. Some people might be like, "What movie were you watching, dude? I thought the movie was disgusting. I thought there was the perfect amount of blood and guts and gore and things like that." Maybe I've just seen so many horror movies that like it doesn't really affect me anymore. You know, like I can play Mortal Kombat, see all the blood, all the fatalities, and just be perfectly fine. So I don't know. Maybe I've just seen way too many horror movies that it's like stuff doesn't really affect me anymore. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Go in the comment section below. Let me know if I'm just crazy. And another thing was the third act. The third act. Oh my goodness. When I tell you guys, dude, I was like on the edge of my seat, bro. I was like, man, almost left me speechless, bro. I was not expecting that from the third act. It was definitely something. Okay, let me just say that it was definitely something. Um, like the first 20 minutes were like very chill, very calm, just introducing us to these new characters. Cool. But then the last 20 minutes of this movie was just like I was not expecting that, bro. This is very creepy, very unsettling. I don't know how to feel right now, which I am not complaining, bro. This movie ended on a very, very, very high note. So, um, man, go watch the movie, man. I would recommend it. Don't wait for it to come out on streaming services, man. Go watch it right now. Get your ticket. Go watch it in the theater on the big screen. This is a movie that you want to watch at its peak, okay? At least in my opinion. But for me personally, I think I'm gonna give this movie about like a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It felt like it was missing something, just ever so slightly. Just needed a little kick. But I enjoyed this movie overall, beginning to end. Not a dull moment. Great performances, great practical effects, great storytelling. But yeah, man, I'm in A4 and I am out. Peace.